Balance Builders, and today we're taking our balance building practice outside because I want to show you that we can tweak our practice or our exercises, make them more intense by just changing the surface that we're working on. So today I'm in my backyard and I'm working on grass, which is a little bit more unstable than if I was working on tile or concrete or a wood floor. So this is going to challenge my balance even more as we move through these exercises. So there are even manufacturers that make fitness mats that are just a little bit squishy, so that's a way that you can up the ante on your balance practice if you're feeling like, this isn't so challenging anymore. So let's get you started next with just a nice gentle warm-up. So I want you to shake your body, shake everything out, shake it loose. And then from there, we're just gonna go right into some palm tree, which is one arm over and one arm under. It's like a palm tree swaying in the breeze. Nice big side body stretch. Ooh, just got a good snap, crackle, pop there. And let's lower those arms down by the side. Nice gentle torso rotations. We just want to get everything loosened up as we prepare to move through our exercises today. And bring that to stillness. Let's do a couple hugs. Nice big inhale as I open. Exhale as I release and cross. Just allowing those shoulder blades to slide back and forth across the back. Good, relax it down and let's shake one more time. Shake everything out. So for today's class, all you need is a chair. We don't need any additional equipment today, just a chair. And if you're ready to add in that unstable surface, you can even stand on something like a memory foam bath mat, or stand on your carpeting instead of your tile or your wood floor. Now with that said, let's move into one of our first exercises, which I know you all know by heart, which is our march. So believe it or not, march is one of those top 10 balance exercises that you can do. And we make the march more challenging by making ourselves do it more slowly. Remember, slow is strong. Also, the higher I bring that knee up, the harder it is. And I can even start to challenge myself to hold the march maybe 5 seconds and then release and back down. So you play with that marching movement and decide where you're at. So the point of the march and our workout now is not for a cardio warm-up, but to challenge our balance and train our balance. Good, one more. And relax down. Now let's go into your rock the boat. So rock the boat, we take that nice wide stance, wider than hip distance apart, soft knees, and I just kind of start to lean from side to side, swaying back and forth. Just like I'm on the boat, the water's getting a little choppy. And now if I want to challenge it, I can start to slowly lift up one foot and relax down. And now lift up the other foot and relax down. And just like with our march, the slower I move, the higher I lift the knee. I can even add in my holds to really work that balance. Good, now let's take that in a different direction. Let's take it front to back. So a staggered stance, one foot forward, one foot back, and same thing. I'm just gonna rock back and forth, leaning front and leaning back. Soft bend in the knee. And then I slow it down and I can add that lift up the front foot and then lift up the back foot. And lift up the front. I can add in my holds. You just have to figure out where you are at, and that's where you're working. We're all in different places with our balance. Some days our balance seems great. Other days we just feel more off balance, a little more wobbly. And now let's switch to the other side. Opposite foot forward, and just start easing into it with that nice slow rock front to back. And if you're having one of those days where you're feeling a little more unstable, make sure you're doing this by a countertop or got a back of a chair, a wall nearby, a stable surface that you can anchor on. And if it's working for you today, you lift up that front foot and that back foot, that rock front, and curl up back behind. I can add in the holds Try to hold it for 3 seconds or 5 seconds. Good. This grass is really throwing me for a loop today. And bring it right back to the center. Good. Okay, shake it out. We're ready for our first pairing of exercises. This one is called the clock reach. And I'm actually going to bring my chair over to show you how this one works. So I have my chair, and I'm going to place it in front of me. Okay, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what's happening a little bit better. And I want you to lift up your right foot. So I'm standing just on my left leg. My knee is soft. So I have my right leg lifted up. My right arm is going to do the moving. It starts at 12 on the clock, and then I move it to 3 o'clock, and I move it back behind to 6 o'clock. Then I come the whole way back. Woo, see, look, right there, lost my balance. So let's try again. We're gonna try this 3 times on each side. Starting right at 12, 3, 6. I'm asking my body to stabilize. I'm also asking it to incorporate movement. I'm distracting my brain with coordinated movement as I'm trying to balance. So we're training those balance systems. Good. Now let's switch to the other side. I'll turn my chair. Okay, so now I'm working left side. Standing on my right leg, lifting up the left leg. Now the higher you lift the leg, the harder it is. So it can just be hovering above the ground, or maybe you even have your toe on the ground if you're feeling wobbly. So left leg is lifted up, left arm is doing the moving. Straight hit at 12, 3, opening back to 6. Close, again, 12, 3, 6, and close, one more, 12, 3, 6, and close. Good, relaxing down. Now while we're here with our chair, I want you to work those heel and toe raises. So standing tall, shoulders over top of the hips, belly button in. Just as if you have a book on top of your head, you're gonna lift the heels up, lower down, lift the toes up. Heels up, toes up. Now notice I'm not rocking or bending at the hips. I'm staying as tall as I can. That toe lift can just be my toes lifting up inside of my shoes. Good. Let's get 4 more. Heel lift, toe lift. Heel lift, toe lift, 2 more. Heel lift, toe lift, last one. Heel lift and toe lift. Good. Coming back to center. Using our chair or our countertop, we're going to go through a leg lift series. So we're going to do 10 leg lifts to the front, to the side, and then also back behind the body. Now our leg lifts are going to stay small. We're not doing big leg lifts, small, only about 2 inches or so. So remember, we're focusing on balance and leg strength. Shoulders over top of hips, belly button in. I'm holding on with my right hand, so my right leg is the support leg, the left leg is doing the moving. To the front, 10 of them. 10, 9, no leaning, remember it's a small range of movement. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest for a minute. Shake out the legs. I know lots of times my students tell me they really feel it in that support leg in the hip or the glute. So shake it out for a minute. And now let's work to the side. I'm keeping my foot flexed. Left foot lifting. Side, center. Side, center. Small lift here. I'm really catching my grass a lot. And we're just doing 10 of them. So you have 6 more. 6 and 5. Good. 4, 3, 2, last one, relax down, shake it out a little bit, give it a break. Now when we lift back behind the body, we really want to try to strengthen our glute muscle, so right back here. And once again, it's only a small lift. We're going to go for 10 of them. but like with all the exercises, you're doing what's right for your body. So here we go. Left leg extended behind the body. I have a relaxed point on my foot. I'm just lifting about an inch up off the ground, just a little lift and a little lower. Trying not to lean forward, trying to keep those shoulders back over top of the hips. Good, we have 6 more. 6 and 5 and 4, 3, 2, last one. Woohoo! One side done. I'm going to switch my chair to the other side. You can always just turn yourself around, whatever is easiest. Now I'm working. Left leg is support leg, left hand is holding on to that chair. Right leg is doing the moving, starting with the front for 10. Just floating the foot up off the ground, shoulders over hips, belly button in. Up about 2 inches, down about 2 inches. Going for 10 of up. There's 3, 4, good job. Make sure we have a nice soft bend in that support leg. You're halfway, you're 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Relax it out. You need to shake it out a little bit. I know it's a lot in that support leg. Moving to our side leg lift next. Foot is flexed. And remember, we don't want to lean. We want to stay as tall as we can. It's just a little lift and lower. A lift and lower. 10 of them. There's 3. Or whatever you can do. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Relax. Shake. Stretch for a minute. And now the last one, focusing on that glute, a little bit of lower back as well. Here we are. Float that leg back behind. Remember, it's just a relaxed point on the foot. It's a little lift off the ground and a lower. Lift, lower. Staying nice and tall. Here's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one is 10. Woo! Wonderful job. That is not easy. That leg lift series, when you do the 3 consecutive, the front, side, and back. So, bravo. Now let's go back to some static balance work. Keeping your chair right by your side. I want you to lift up one arm. So obviously not the arm that's holding onto your chair or your countertop. And then lift up, float up off the ground, the opposite leg. So for me, I have my right arm extended up towards the sky and my left knee is bent and lifted up. Okay, now here, where I can increase my challenge is instead of holding on with my entire hand, I can take it to just maybe 2 fingers or 1 finger, or float the hand right above the chair. We're gonna try and hold 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. And you'll feel your body, it's normal. I could feel my legs, my ankles a little wobbly trying to adjust. Because remember, our balance works off those 3 systems, right? The receptors on the bottoms of our feet. That's why if we're on an unstable surface, it adds challenge. Vestibular in our ears, and then also our vision. So we take away or challenge any of those 3 systems, we're enhancing or increasing the difficulty of those exercises. All right, so now let's switch to the opposite side. For me, I'm extending my left arm up towards the sky, and now I'm floating up that right leg, just up off the ground. I'm trying to hold there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. We're going to repeat one more time on each side. Our goal is a 5-second hold. Do what's right for you. Maybe it's not 5 today, maybe it's 2. Here we are. Floating, reaching, stretching, holding up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Switch. So this is another way you could alter your march as well, is march, but add that overhead reach. 3 more seconds. 2 and 1. Woo! Okay, I'm going to turn my chair around. We're going to work those sit to stands next. So for my sit to stand, now this is, if I could pick one exercise that you should do every single day, would be the sit to stand. And this is something you can just do in between commercials, or as a break if you're reading. Don't need any equipment for it. So here we go. We're going for 10 sit to stands. I want you to really try to use those legs to drive up. Keep that head flat as though you had a book. You're balancing on top. If you need to modify it, push off your chair for a little extra help. Good. Or you can even push off your thighs for a little extra help. What I want you to try to avoid doing is leaning forward and then driving up. Try to keep it tall. Think of that book on top of your head. Also, we want to think about controlling it. So if it takes me 4 seconds to stand up, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4 seconds to sit down, 4, 3, 2, 1. Think of how many times we maybe stand up more quickly and then we just plop or flop down in our chair. I want you to control both aspects of the movement, the lift up and the control down. Good, let's just get one more. Press up and now lower, right back down. Very nice. All right, take a breather. You need to grab a sip of water. Our next exercise we're going to perform standing. So I'll be using my chair back for a little bit of support. So go ahead and get your chair. I'm going to turn mine around so you can see me a little better. And for this exercise, I'm going to stand on one leg and I'm going to be moving the opposite leg. So I'm standing on my left leg. My right leg, bent knee lifts up and then it also presses back. Okay, let's see what that looks like from the side. It's a lift up and a press back. Let's try for 10. Lift and press. Good. Lift and press. Lift and press. Maybe 10's not happening today. That's okay. Maybe it's 8, maybe it's 6. Do what you can. Good. Just 4 more. 4 and press. Good. I really feel a lot of that in the glute. Working those hips. 2 more from here. And last one, a lift up and a press back. Good. Switching to the opposite side. Okay, so opposite side, standing tall, lifting the knee up 90 degrees, press back. A lift up, a press back. Obviously your challenge is to not be holding on to anything, or maybe it's just 1 or 2 fingers. Maybe your challenge is this week you're gonna get 6 of them instead of 5. Good, you're doing great. 4 more. 4, working at your own pace. 3, 2, keep it nice and tall. And last one. Relax. You're on the home stretch. Only 2 more exercises and then we'll do our little balance check to wrap up our session today. So 4 corners. We've done 4 corners frequently. This is one of my favorites if you can't tell. So for 4 corners, we're standing tall, shoulders over hips, belly button in. I'm going to take my right foot and I'm going to tap directly in front of my body. Then I'm going to tap out to the side. And then I'm going to tap behind and then bring it across. Tap cross. So we're going to do that 5 times on each side. Ready? I've got my chair here if I need it, my wall, my counter. Front, side, back, across. Good. Reset. Take a break if you need it. And front, side, back, take it across. Good. Reset. 3 more times. Front, side, back, take it across. Reset. 2 more. Front, side, back, across. Last one. Front, side, back, and across. Good, relax. Okay, now we're going to switch to the other side, so I need to move my chair. Standing nice and tall. Okay, get that support leg set, and let's tap. front, side, back. Take it across. You may notice that on one side of the body, you feel more stable than the other. There's a million factors as to why that could be. I mean, maybe you've had knee or hip surgeries or replacements on one side. Maybe you have neuropathy on one side. Good. And let's get one more. Maybe you have hearing loss. But we're doing the best that we can with what we've got going on. So 5 on each side, front, side, back, and take it across. That's your 4 corners. Now the last one I want you to practice, and you can practice this at home, obviously in the hallways, is tandem walk. So it's just like you're walking on a tightrope, and I'm trying to place one foot heel to toe directly in front of the other foot. Now, it makes it harder if I'm going to actually touch heel to toe. If I feel too unstable, I can always stagger the feet, take them a little bit wider, give myself a wider base as I go through the tandem walk. So I want you to just take 5 steps in one direction and then turn around and take 5 steps back, okay? This is something you can do more repetitions of on your own. You don't need me to do this one. So let's just review, heel to toe, one foot directly in front of the other one if you can. 5 steps, and then turn around and take your 5 steps back. Trying to walk heel to toe. It's also kind of like a field sobriety test, right? Good. Tandem walk. And that's something you can practice when you have your shopping cart at the store, walking in that straight line, one foot right in front of the other. All right, so we have gone through all of our exercises for today. Let's just quickly run through that balance scan, that balance check. So remember, we're standing parallel feet. How do I feel? Do I feel balanced? Do I have good posture? Shoulders over top of hips, belly button in, or am I leaning forward or back to compensate? Okay, I want to be able to stand with good posture and feel balanced. If I do, I can add on by making myself read, distracting the brain. I can add on by throwing in some movements, or I can also take away the vision, close the eyes, and how do I feel? If I feel pretty stable after I've thrown all of those factors at my brain and my body, then I'm ready to move on to tandem stance. So tandem stance is that right foot in front of left, standing as tall as I can. Okay, from that tandem stance, you go through that same scan. If I distract my brain with reading words, can I still stay balanced? Can I add movement into tandem stance? Good, play with these. Can I close my eyes and still stay balanced? Of course, if I'm closing my eyes, I always have that chair or that countertop nearby, right? Now we also want to scan or check with the opposite foot in front. So you would put the left foot in front of the right, standing heel to toe, nice and tall. How do I feel? Do I need that chair, or can I stand without any support? If I can, add in those outside factors, your movement, your reading, closing the eyes. Can I balance and hold? If at any of those checkpoints you start to feel wobbly or unstable, or you can't perform them unless you're holding on to that chair or that countertop, then that's where you need to work, and that's where you need to focus your attention. So like I always say at the end, throw these exercises, these activities into your everyday living. It doesn't have to be just when you're having balance class. Do your sit to stands during commercial breaks. When you're standing at the sink, rinsing a cup, stand with your tandem foot stance. Sprinkle it throughout your day. I'm proud of you for being here today. And I actually want to introduce, if I can find her, one of my helpers, one of my co-trainers. Nikki, where are you? Come here, girl. Come say hi. So she's been here cheering you on. Probably saw her run through the background. This is Nikki. She's my trainer, just like Sam, who you've met. They keep me on my toes, walking a couple miles a day. So from Andrea and from Nikki, great work today. Thank you for joining me. Be well. Until next time. Bye-bye.